Welcome back to Mythic Sleep. I am young Homer, here to guide you through the closing chapters of Series 2. How Zeus gained his powers and throne in the Rise and Fall of Zeus, a timeline series. Tonight we come to the final stories of Zeus's early reign, a time when his authority is tested and his decisions reach beyond the heavens to touch the lives of gods and mortals alike. Episodes 16 through 18 bring us into the heart of Zeus's rule as he establishes divine law, unleashes the mystery of Pandora's box, and finally brings a moment of peace to the gods on Olympus. Through justice, wisdom, and the weight of his choices, Zeus sets the foundation for the world he seeks to protect. Take a moment now to settle in, closing your eyes if you wish, and allowing the warmth of this quiet space to envelop you. Take a deep breath in, feeling a soft calmness expand through you. And as you exhale, release any tension, allowing your body to grow heavy, relaxed, and still. Breathe in deeply, letting peace deepen within you, as steady as a gentle river flowing beneath a starlit sky. And as you exhale, let yourself settle into quiet comfort, ready for the journey that awaits. In episode 16, the birth of justice, establishing the divine laws, we see Zeus begin to shape his reign not by power alone, but by the creation of order. From his throne on Olympus, he establishes the laws that will guide gods and mortals alike, a system of justice that binds the realms together. With each decree, he sets boundaries and protects the balance of life. But as the gods listen, a quiet tension lingers, for with every rule comes the choice to obey or defy, and the gods themselves hold the strength to challenge what is written. Take a gentle breath, feeling the solemn weight of justice settle within you, like the quiet strength of a mountain rooted deeply in the earth. What future will these laws hold, and who will choose to follow? In episode 17, Zeus tests the mortals. Pandora's box. Unleashed, Zeus sets a mysterious plan in motion. He creates Pandora, a being of divine beauty and mortal curiosity, gifting her a sealed box but forbidding her to open it. Yet within the box lie secrets that could change the world. As Pandora's curiosity grows, the gods and mortals alike watch and wait, knowing that a single choice could release what has been hidden. Will Pandora heed Zeus's command? Or is there a part of fate that even Zeus cannot control? Breathe deeply, feeling the delicate balance of this moment, like the hush that fills the air before a storm. What mysteries lie within Pandora's box, and what changes will it bring to the world? In episode 18, Peace. For now, the gods settle into Olympus. We find Zeus on Olympus, gazing out over the realms he has fought to protect and shape. With justice established and the test of Pandora behind him, he calls the gods together, inviting them to a moment of unity and rest. They gather, the halls of Olympus filled with laughter and warmth, each god taking their place within this grand sanctuary. For now, the heavens are at peace, yet the future remains uncertain, shadows lingering on the horizon as reminders that power and peace are often fleeting. But tonight, they find comfort in unity, the promise of an era yet to come. Breathe softly, feeling the calm of this gathering, like the quiet glow of embers after a long day's journey. What trials still await the gods, and will this peace be enough to hold Olympus together? As we close these stories of divine justice, mystery, and unity, allow yourself to drift into the calm that follows, each breath connecting you to the peace of Olympus and the quiet of the world awaiting its next chapter. Now, let's drift even deeper into rest with a final relaxation, allowing your body to fully release into peace. Close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath in, letting calm fill your chest, as steady as the quiet presence of Olympus above. As you exhale, feel your body soften, each muscle releasing, grounded in comfort. This is your time to unwind, to feel safe, and to let go. Let your breath carry you into a gentle rhythm, as soft as the silence that settles after a long journey home. Take another deep breath in, letting it fill you completely. Hold it softly for a moment, and as you exhale, feel yourself sinking further, calm and serene. Now let's guide each part of the body to relax, inviting rest with every breath. Start with your forehead, allowing it to soften completely as you exhale. Move to your jaw, releasing any tightness, letting it rest gently. Now bring awareness to your shoulders. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, let them fall, as though releasing the weight of ages. Allow your arms and hands to grow heavy, resting peacefully by your sides. Notice the steady rise and fall in your chest and belly, inhaling as your belly rises, and on the exhale, releasing any last bits of tension, feeling light and free. Shift your focus to your hips and thighs, letting them sink deeper into the bed, fully supported and relaxed. And finally, bring attention to your calves, feet, and toes, allowing them to release completely, grounded and calm. Now imagine yourself within the grand halls of Olympus, where the gods rest in the glow of unity, each one finding peace in this quiet gathering. In the distance you see Zeus, his gaze calm, his heart filled with the weight and peace of all he has built. The air is still, filled with the warmth of family, a rare moment of harmony within the realm of gods. With each breath, Feel yourself surrounded by the calm strength of this scene, as though you too are part of the legacy of Olympus, a witness to its beauty and timeless peace. Inhale deeply, letting the calm and unity of this moment fill you, and exhale, feeling grounded, steady, and fully at ease. With your body relaxed and your mind open, allow the story to carry you into this world of strength, balance, and gentle courage where the greatest legends find peace. Take one last deep breath in and let it out softly. Now, let us begin. The punishment of Prometheus had sent a clear message to all of Olympus and beyond. Defiance of divine order would not go unpunished. Yet, as days passed, Zeus found himself questioning the nature of his own authority. While his rule was absolute, he knew that it could not rest solely on force and punishment. The gods and the world they protected required something deeper, a system of justice that would ensure fairness and order. Zeus gathered the gods on Olympus, their faces reflecting a mix of curiosity and respect. Hera, Poseidon, Athena, and the other gods watched with anticipation, knowing that this was a turning point, a moment that would shape not only Olympus but the fate of all realms. Zeus's voice was steady as he addressed them, his gaze sweeping over the council. To lead by strength alone is to invite fear, he began, his words carrying a weight that resonated through the hall. But we have not fought to free Olympus, only to rule by fear. We are more than just rulers. We are protectors, guides for both gods and mortals. The time has come to establish laws, principles that will govern Olympus, ensuring fairness and justice for all. Recognizing the gravity of his task, Zeus called upon his wisest allies to help shape these divine laws. Athena, the goddess of wisdom, stepped forward, her eyes alight with resolve. Justice must be the foundation of any order we seek to create, she said, her voice calm and thoughtful. Let us build a system that reflects both our strength and our compassion, one that honors the balance we have vowed to protect. Beside her, Themis, the titaness of divine law, approached Zeus with a respectful nod. Once aligned with the Titans, she had seen the chaos born from unchecked power and understood the necessity of justice better than most. Zeus, she intoned, her voice filled with experience. Justice is more than punishment. It is balance, a guiding force that must consider the actions, intentions, and the consequences that follow. Let us make laws that are both fair and firm, rooted in wisdom and tempered by mercy. With Athena's insight and Themis's experience, Zeus felt prepared to undertake the creation of divine laws. He knew that these laws would serve as the foundation for Olympus, a guiding light for both gods and mortals, ensuring that his rule would endure beyond mere displays of power. After days of deliberation, Zeus and the council gathered to craft the first set of laws, which would serve as the code for Olympus. The gods assembled in the grand hall, their expressions reflecting both reverence and determination. These laws would be more than just rules. They would be principles that bound the gods to their duties and protected the harmony they had fought to achieve. The first law, proposed by Athena and accepted by the council, was the law of responsibility. All gods are entrusted with their realms and must act to protect and uphold the balance within them. This law was a reminder that power was not just a privilege, but a duty, a charge that each god must honor in their own realm. It would hold every god accountable for their actions, ensuring that the use of power was driven by wisdom rather than ambition. The second law was the law of consequence, a principle Themis believed essential for justice. All actions, divine or mortal, carry consequences. When harm is done, reparations must be made, and punishment will reflect the nature and intent of the act. This law established that justice would be met with fairness, that each crime or defiance would be addressed with balance, considering not only the action, but its intention. The third law was the law of compassion. Proposed by Hestia, it was a reminder that justice must be tempered with mercy. While we must uphold order, we must remember the spirit of unity and kindness. In cases where compassion can guide us, let mercy shape our decisions. This law honored the delicate balance between authority and understanding, a promise that Olympus would not rule with cruelty but with empathy. With these laws in place for the gods, the council turned its attention to the mortal realm, realizing that justice must extend beyond Olympus. Hermes, god of messengers and travelers, spoke up. Mortals look to us for guidance, but they too must be accountable for their actions. They have been given fire, knowledge, and the ability to create. Perhaps we can grant them a way to seek justice among themselves. Zeus considered Hermes' words, understanding the importance of empowering mortals to shape their own destiny. After a moment of thought, he decreed that Olympus would create sacred laws for humanity, guidelines that would help them grow in wisdom, protect each other, and build communities based on respect and fairness. These laws would serve as a bridge between mortals and gods, a system that would teach humanity not only to fear divine power, but to understand and respect it. It would ensure that mortals, though fragile and limited, would have a framework for justice, a way to resolve disputes, protect the innocent, and seek harmony within their own societies to symbolize the establishment of divine justice. Athena proposed creating an artifact that would represent these laws for all time. She and Hephaestus, the god of craftsmanship, forged a set of scales, beautifully crafted from celestial metals and balanced with divine precision. The scales would serve as a symbol of justice, a reminder that all actions, mortal and divine, would be weighed with fairness. Athena held up the scales, her voice clear and filled with conviction. Let these scales be a beacon for all who seek truth. They will remind us that justice is not swift wrath, but balanced wisdom, an understanding that considers every side before judgment. Zeus nodded in agreement, admiring the scales as a symbol that would guide Olympus in the centuries to come. The scales would stand at the heart of the council hall, a constant reminder of the promises they had made and the justice they were bound to uphold. With the laws established and the scales of justice created, Zeus turned to the assembled gods. One by one, they placed their hands upon the scales, each swearing an oath to uphold the laws and protect the harmony of Olympus. The oath was more than just a promise. It was a commitment to honor the values they had fought for, a vow that bound each god to the responsibilities of their power. With these laws, Zeus declared, his voice resonating through the hall, we will ensure that Olympus remains a place of balance and wisdom, a guiding light for the world below. May these laws guide us. May they remind us that strength is tempered by wisdom, and may they protect us from the mistakes of those who came before. As the gods completed their oaths, a powerful energy filled the hall, a sense of unity and purpose that solidified the new order of Olympus. Each god felt the weight of the responsibility they had sworn to carry, a reminder that justice would now be the foundation of their rule. With the laws in place and the council united, Zeus looked upon his allies, each one embodying a facet of the justice they had sworn to uphold. From Hera's loyalty and Poseidon's strength to Athena's wisdom and Hestia's compassion, each god would play a role in maintaining the order they had established. Olympus was now bound not by fear, but by justice, a realm guided by principles that would ensure its strength for ages to come. The creation of the divine laws marked a turning point in Olympus's history. It was more than a code. It was a promise that they would govern not only with power, but with fairness, protecting both gods and mortals alike. These laws would guide their decisions, shaping Olympus into a realm that valued both strength and compassion, a place where every being could find justice. With the scales of justice as their symbol, Olympus stood ready to face the future, a beacon of hope and balance for all who dwelled within its reach. Zeus, The god who had once fought to free his family now led them with a purpose greater than power, a purpose that honored the harmony they had all sworn to protect. As the gods left the hall, each felt the weight of the laws they had created. They knew that the decisions they made would ripple through both the heavens and the mortal world, guiding all who sought truth and fairness. The birth of justice was more than a decree. It was a legacy, a foundation upon which all future decisions would rest. Zeus watched as the gods dispersed, feeling a profound sense of accomplishment and humility. The creation of these laws was a reminder of the values he cherished, the balance he would strive to protect. For as long as the scales of justice stood, Olympus would be a realm of fairness and wisdom, a sanctuary for gods and mortals alike. But even as justice prevailed, the gods' curiosity about the nature of humanity continued to grow. Join us in the next episode as Zeus tests the strength and resilience of mortals, leading to the opening of Pandora's box and the release of forces that would forever change the world. After the fall of the Titans and the rise of the Olympian gods, the world had been remade, a place of balance and harmony, where gods and mortals coexisted under the watchful eyes of their divine rulers. Yet, despite the beauty of the new world, Zeus, the king of the gods, could not shake the uncertainty that lingered in his heart. The mortals, with their fragile lives and boundless curiosity, were ever in danger of succumbing to chaos. It was then that Zeus, with his boundless power and a heart brimming with both mercy and justice, decided to test the mortals, an experiment that would lead to both blessings and curses and forever change the course of history. To carry out his test, Zeus turned to Hephaestus, the god of fire and creation, whose hands could shape life from the very elements of the world. Together, they crafted Pandora, the first mortal woman, born from the very essence of divine craftsmanship. Hephaestus shaped her from the clay of the earth, infusing her with beauty beyond compare and the divine spark of life. Athena, goddess of wisdom, bestowed upon her a keen mind, while Aphrodite filled her heart with love and allure. Each god contributed their gifts, making her an unparalleled being, a fusion of divine and mortal traits. But it was not just her beauty or her intellect that made Pandora extraordinary. Zeus himself gave her a gift, a small, intricate box wrapped in fine, delicate chains, a gift both mysterious and tempting. "This box," Zeus said, "contains the secrets of the world. It is a gift to you, but it comes with a warning. Never, under any circumstances, open it." This was Zeus's final test, a test of trust, of temptation, and of choice. Pandora, gifted and adored by the gods, descended to the mortal realm. She was unlike any other mortal. Her beauty and grace were unmatched, and the mortals who looked upon her with awe marveled at her divine origin. She became the perfect companion to the humans who had inherited the earth, a beacon of the gods' favor. But despite the gifts she had received, Pandora's heart was heavy. She was burdened with the weight of the box, an object so full of mystery that it consumed her thoughts day and night. The promise of knowledge, of untold power, rested in her hands, and her curiosity began to grow like a flame, flickering at the edges of her consciousness. As time passed, the allure of the box grew stronger. Pandora, though grateful for the love and admiration she received, could not escape the haunting thought of what lay inside. The gods had given her a divine gift, but the warning attached to it seemed almost like an impossible challenge, a test that no mortal could ever truly resist. Zeus, watching from his high throne on Olympus, knew that Pandora would eventually face the choice. His test was not about the box, it was about what she would do with the temptation. Would she trust the gods and obey their wishes, or would she, like the mortals before her, succumb to the pull of curiosity, risking everything for the promise of knowledge? On one fateful evening, as the moon rose high over the earth, Pandora stood alone, the box in her hands. The weight of her decision pressed down on her like an unbearable storm. Her heart raced with anticipation and fear, her fingers trembling as they brushed against the smooth surface of the box. The warning echoed in her mind, but the promise of the unknown was too great to ignore. With a deep breath, Pandora lifted the lid. What followed was an explosion of light and sound that shook the very heavens. From the box, a whirlwind of shadows and turmoil poured out. Diseases, despair, jealousy, and rage, the very forces that had once plagued the world. The world below trembled as the very air seemed to darken, and chaos reigned as evil was unleashed upon the mortal realm. The sky darkened as if mourning the choice Pandora had made. The world, once teeming with peace and prosperity, now groaned beneath the weight of the evils that had been set free. Disease spread like wildfire. Families were torn apart by jealousy, and the hearts of mortals turned cold and bitter. A veil of suffering descended upon them, and Zeus, witnessing the chaos unfold, felt the sting of regret in his heart. But in the midst of the storm, there was one final gift. As the darkness swirled, Pandora's eyes caught a glimmer of light. From the depths of the box, a small flickering flame emerged. Hope. It was fragile, but it was there, a single spark amidst the devastation. The flame, though small, burned brightly, offering the mortals a chance to rise above their suffering. to find resilience in the face of adversity. Zeus, watching the turmoil from his throne, knew that Pandora's action had changed everything. The world had been irrevocably altered, but in the ashes of chaos, hope remained. The mortals, now marked by both the blessings and curses unleashed from the box, would have to find their own way. They would no longer be perfect beings, untouched by the flaws that marred the gods, but they had been given hope, a divine gift that would guide them through the darkest of times. Pandora, now filled with sorrow and regret, understood the weight of her actions. She had tested the mortals, and in doing so, she had given them the gift of choice. But with that gift came responsibility, one that would shape the fate of mankind for eons to come. As the days passed, Zeus reflected on the outcome of his test. He had given the mortals the gift of free will, knowing full well the consequences of such a gift. The balance between creation and destruction was delicate, but it was in the hands of the mortals to decide how they would wield it. Zeus did not regret his decision, for it had shown him the strength and weakness of the human heart. The mortals would rise and fall, but in their suffering and triumphs, they would become something more than mere pawns in the gods' game. They would carve their own destiny. The storm of Pandora's box had passed, but the scars it left on the mortal world would remain forever. What will become of the mortals in the wake of such trials? And what will the gods do with the knowledge that their creations are both fragile and fierce? Join us in the next episode as the gods seek peace amidst the ashes of Pandora's chaos, and the balance of the realms begins to shift once more. As Zeus stood on the highest peak of Olympus, gazing over the sprawling world below, his mind drifted through the journey that had led him here. He had once been a hidden child, sheltered in the caves of Crete, destined to confront the wrath of his father, Cronus. Guided by the prophecy, Zeus had grown from a child of secrecy to a warrior, and finally to the leader of the gods. The battles of the Titanomachy were still vivid in his mind, the war that had shaken the heavens and bound him to his allies, each of whom had fought not just for power, but for the chance to forge a new order. Together, they had brought down Cronus, reclaiming Olympus and uniting to create a realm where justice, not fear, would govern the cosmos. Zeus recalled the forging of his thunderbolt, a gift from the Cyclopes that had become a symbol of his strength and purpose. With it, he had secured peace, yet understood that true peace required more than raw power. It required wisdom, balance, and laws. laws that would guide the gods themselves, ensuring that they honored the realms they protected. Now, as he looked upon the newly established Olympus, Zeus felt a profound sense of accomplishment. The gods had sworn oaths to uphold justice, to protect the world below, and to uphold the harmony they had sacrificed so much to achieve. For the first time since the fall of the Titans, Olympus was a realm at peace, a sanctuary born from unity and the shared commitment of all its gods. With Olympus firmly established, the gods began to settle into their roles, bringing order and balance to their respective realms. Zeus, as the king of Olympus, oversaw the heavens, his thunderbolt serving as a reminder of both his authority and his responsibility. He watched over the world below, offering guidance and protection to mortals and gods alike. Hera, the queen of Olympus, embodied the spirit of loyalty and guardianship. She upheld the sanctity of family and marriage, standing as a protector of divine bonds, ensuring that the values of Olympus were honored. Her strength brought stability to the council, her presence a steady anchor for all who dwelled in Olympus. Poseidon ruled the seas, his trident a symbol of his power over oceans and rivers. He maintained the natural balance of the waters, ensuring that the seas remained a source of life and strength. Mortals and gods alike revered him, recognizing his dominion over the vast and mysterious depths. Hades, ruler of the underworld, presided over the cycle of life and death, guiding souls to their final rest. His realm was one of shadows, yet he fulfilled his role with fairness, ensuring that all beings received justice beyond their mortal lives. Though often apart from the other gods, Hades' duty was essential, a constant reminder of the natural order. Demeter, the goddess of harvest, nurtured the earth, bringing abundance and growth to the mortal world. Her presence was felt with each season, her power evident in the bountiful fields and forests that flourished under her care. Mortals prayed to her for fruitful crops, her role a bridge between gods and humans, binding Olympus to the cycles of nature. The newly constructed halls of Olympus became a gathering place for the gods, a symbol of their unity and shared purpose. Each god had their own realm, yet they came together often, sharing counsel and wisdom, forging a bond that would protect the world below. Athena, the goddess of wisdom, guided the council with insight, her scales of justice a reminder of their commitment to fairness and compassion. Hestia, the goddess of the hearth, tended to the fires of Olympus, her flame a beacon of warmth and unity. Her presence filled the halls with peace, reminding all who entered that they were bound by more than power. They were bound by kinship and duty. Even Hermes, the swift-footed messenger, moved between realms, ensuring that all realms remained connected, carrying news and guidance between gods and mortals alike. As each god and goddess took their place, they felt the profound peace that their united efforts had achieved. Olympus was not just a seat of power, it was a sanctuary, a place where gods could guide and protect, a realm built on promises made to each other and to the world below. Though harmony reigned, Zeus knew that peace would not remain unchallenged forever. The world they had built was powerful, but even Olympus was vulnerable to the forces of ambition, defiance, and the natural struggles of life and death. The act of binding Prometheus and releasing Pandora's box had already shown him the complexities of ruling, for each new gift to mortals came with risks, and each act of defiance brought questions of compassion and discipline. Yet, Zeus was resolved. As king of Olympus, he would continue to protect and uphold the order they had fought so hard to establish. He understood that every challenge would test their unity, but he had faith in the gods who stood beside him. Together, they would face whatever trials the future held, bound by the laws and oaths that guided them. As Zeus looked upon his allies, each one a pillar of strength and purpose, he felt a renewed sense of hope. They had proven that the power of Olympus was not just in the strength of their arms, but in the bond of their spirits, their shared vision of a world where gods ruled with wisdom and compassion. The laws they had established would be their guiding light, a promise to protect the realms, maintain justice, and preserve the peace they had won through sacrifice. The gods, inspired by this peace, pledged themselves to continue their roles with honor. They understood that true strength lay in humility, in respecting the balance they had sworn to uphold. And so, as the sun set over Olympus, the gods of the new era settled into their seats of power, ready to lead, to protect, and to bring light to the realms below. For now, Olympus was at peace. The gods found joy in their roles, guiding mortals, watching over nature, and fulfilling the balance they had established. But in the quiet moments, a subtle tension lingered, a reminder that peace, no matter how strong, could be fleeting. As Zeus watched over his kingdom, he knew that challenges would come, forces that would test Olympus and bring new trials to the gods. But with unity as their foundation and justice as their guiding light, they were ready to face the unknown. They had created a legacy, and now they would protect it. As the days turned to months, the gods found comfort in their roles, Olympus alive with the promise of harmony. But even as they enjoyed this peace, Zeus knew that the cosmos was filled with forces beyond even their control. Whispers of unrest, rumors of defiance, and prophecies of new conflicts drifted through the air, hinting that their unity would soon face a test as great as any battle they had fought before. The age of peace on Olympus was a triumph, yet it would not remain unchallenged. Giants and monsters lurked in the shadows, restless forces that waited for a chance to rise. And within Olympus, the seeds of ambition and betrayal had begun to take root, foreshadowing conflicts that would once again shake the very foundations of their realm. But peace was only the beginning. Join us in the next series as the gods of Olympus face new trials, as giants and rebellious forces rise to challenge their reign. In the next episode, the Gigantomachy begins as ancient enemies gather their strength, threatening to bring chaos to Olympus and test the unity that binds the gods. While our tales tonight have drawn to a gentle end, the stars above Olympus still hold countless mysteries, each waiting to be shared under a quiet night sky. We'll gather here again soon to journey through the stories of other gods and legends, stories that remind us of resilience, transformation, and the beauty woven into the fabric of life. For now, let's transition to stillness, guiding you into a place of deep rest. Let this be a time of pure relaxation, where you can release each thought and allow your mind to settle. Close your eyes if you haven't already, and take a slow, deep breath in, letting calm expand within you. And as you exhale, release any lingering tension, letting it drift away like clouds, clearing from a quiet sky. Now, bring your awareness to the rhythm of your breath. Each inhale, filling you with peace. Each exhale, drawing you deeper into comfort. Breathe in deeply, feeling warmth spread through your chest, and hold it softly for just a moment. And as you exhale, feel yourself sink further, fully supported, calm, and serene. Now imagine a soft golden light at the top of your head, like a gentle warmth that invites relaxation. With each breath, let that light flow down, releasing tension from your forehead and eyes, letting your jaw soften. Feel the warmth continue down to your neck and shoulders. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, allow your shoulders to drop, as though setting down the weight of all that has come before. Let the golden light spread gently through your arms, down to your fingertips, feeling them grow heavy, relaxed, and still. Notice the gentle rise and fall in your chest and belly, inhaling as your belly rises, and as you exhale, releasing any remaining tension, feeling light and free. Shift your focus to your hips and thighs, letting them sink deeply into the bed, fully supported and relaxed. Now, feel the warmth move down to your knees, calves, ankles, and finally to your feet and toes, letting each part release, grounded, calm, and at ease. With every breath, let go a little more, letting yourself be embraced by the gentle quiet of this moment, as though you too are a part of the timeless story of night and stars. Inhale deeply, feeling peace expand through you, and exhale, settling into a space of deep, serene rest. Let this be your time to drift off into sleep, to find comfort and calm in the quiet of your heart. Take one last deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel yourself float into a peaceful slumber. Rest well, and we'll return to these stories when next we meet. Good night.